All right, so I promised you that I would teach you some more advanced targeting techniques. And this is the first video in which I'm going to show you just some simple ways to scrape data of prospects. And we're going to be able to do this without learning any kind of new programming language. You don't have to download any advanced tools or software, and you don't have to spend a single dollar to do what I'm going to teach you in this video. Sound good? All right, so let's go out and learn some ways to discover prospects that we can bring into our funnel. I want to just show you this for a moment. This is my Google Sheets account, and as you can see, if you look through here, I've created lists of prospects in basically any niche that you can possibly imagine. These, as you can see, are just the first few months of 2022, and I have hundreds of these lists that I've created of prospects in different kinds of niches, probably thousands over the last few years. So you can kind of get an idea of a lot of the ways that I've been targeting because you can see the keywords and the medium here. So I just want to show you guys some simple ways to do stuff like this. If you look at this website, this is dataminer.io, and that's this little guy right here. So this is a little scraping extension that can basically scrape content from any kind of content from like search engines like Google or Yahoo or Bing. It is a little bit limited, but it's also very powerful and it's free, so you can download that and then start using it right away. So that's the first one that I want to show you how to use. So let's just come up with some kind of niche, and I'm going to do a search for like LinkedIn. And let's say that we're searching like in the UK, for example. So I'm going to do uk.linkedin, and then I want to search LinkedIn profiles, so I'm going to add this little IN here. And then I'm just going to add a keyword. So let's say property management, or what's another one? Let's just say painter, something simple. So I don't know if there's a lot of painters on, on LinkedIn, but as you can see, this is just in the UK. There's 199,000 results according to this. What I can also do is I can try and find Gmail addresses. So I can add like @gmail.com, for example. Now, we have far fewer results, but these are people that actually put their email address on their profile. So there's 911 results. And actually, you'll notice that my search results are set to 100. So you can go into the settings, and in the settings you can actually set your results to 100 per page. That's very, very important. But let me just go back. So there's 199,000 results here, 100 per page. And Google actually only allows us to get around, there's limits on how many of these we can actually scrape. But using this method, we can easily get 300 or so of these profiles. And what I'll do is I'll just click here where it says Google X-ray. And then I can scrape all of the data from the search engine results pages. And it will compile it into a nice little spreadsheet for me. So I have 99 rows here, but I'm going to click next page, and I'm just going to scrape 3 of these pages. And then it will just do the work for me. So let me move this. Yes, I'm not a robot. And then you can just watch, and it will collect all of these and then put it into Dataminer for me. Now that's great, but as you notice, we're not getting email addresses here. So what I might do with this list is like send connection requests using some tool that I have later on, but this is just a way to scrape LinkedIn without actually scraping, like logging into LinkedIn and scraping LinkedIn that way, because LinkedIn doesn't like when you use automation, so you have to be kind of careful. Fortunately, all these pages are indexed by Google, so I can click this where it says download, and I can copy it to a clipboard, or I can download it to a CSV file. So I'm not going to do that right now. Just wanted to show you that. That's one method, but it's in the last year or so, going back to 2021, it's been more difficult to get email addresses from Google using this method. So What I can do is I can also go to like Bing, for example, and I'll just take the same search string for LinkedIn, or let's just say let's do another example. So like, what if we want to target the U.S. or Canada? If we want to do Canada, we could just do ca.linkedin. If we wanted to target Singapore, I don't know how many painters there are in Singapore, and yeah, so we don't get many results. So we're kind of narrow here. But just to give you an idea, like if I just search LinkedIn in general, now it's worldwide. So we have a lot of U.S. results here, and we can get a lot of email addresses. There's at least 18,000 results, and I think if I just look through here, a lot of them are in the U.S. But then we also have stuff like here that says like Ireland, UK, Bosnia. So what I might do if I was seriously targeting this niche, I might remove some of the countries that I don't want, like Nigeria. And so the way I would do that, obviously I see India here. So let's just go back here to the top, and then I can just exclude certain things by doing this negative. So let's do negative Bosnia, negative Nigeria, negative India. And because the U.S. doesn't have like a little country prefix here, we can't just search for U.S. that way. So what we could do, we could search by city if we add like Chicago, greater Chicago area, but then we'd really narrow it down. Maybe remove Ireland and some of these, but I think for the most part, most of these are okay. I don't know what BD is. I'm kind of clueless on that one, but we could also remove that. So we just do like negative BD.LinkedIn. Anyway, I don't want to get into this too long, but we're going to go back to the data miner tool, and there's enough results here that we can put together a new list and try to get these Gmail addresses too, so that we can do like an outreach campaign and start generating leads even without any kind of budget. So what I'm going to do is go to next page, pagination, and I think with Bing now I've set my results, I believe, but there's not 100 results, so there might be about 50, I believe. Let me go back to this. Okay, so yeah, there's 50 results. So let's just try and scrape 10 pages. Let's see how many we get. Okay. Don't know why it's saying this error. Let me start that over again. I'm doing all these videos on the first take, if you haven't noticed. So, all right. So let's go back to scrape page, and then I'm just going to click scrape 10 pages, and it should go through and then add these. Yeah, so it's doing that. I don't know what's wrong with this, why it's showing this error. I'll just take a screen capture of that to send it to data miner support. But as you can see, it's saving the results here. So let's just try and stop this for the time being. I'm just going to try and close this and see what happens. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with that right now. But it should have the results. Should have the results saved. So I'm just going to send an email to the data miner team about that. But what I wanted to show you was let's try and get that data back again. Hopefully the data miner team will fix this. But so I'll send the support an email about that issue. So normally. Well, let's go back to Bing. Let's go back to, let's just do what we just did. Go back here. Okay, so it did save all of the data that we had, for some reason we were getting a error message. I don't know why that is. That doesn't usually happen, but okay, so there were already 200 rows saved. I don't know why it was giving us an error message. It did work. I just had to close it for some reason. So let's just copy that to the clipboard and then have a look at the data that we just scraped. So I'm going to open a blank spreadsheet, and I'm just going to paste all of the rows that we collected, and then we can have a look at the data that we just saved. All right, so there you go. And even though I stopped that scraping operation a little bit early, in just a few moments we were able to get around, I think it's more than 200 rows. And right here we have a lot of the email addresses too. Sometimes we have to clean up a little bit of the data here, if it's not divided like that. But otherwise, it's pretty good. And so if we were selling a product to painters, this would be an easy way to reach out to them. We could also add them on LinkedIn using a tool. And then I would just name that. And voila, and then we're done. So we can do a lot with this data. And what's next? So, that's one of the easiest ways to scrape. There are other extensions that you can use. There's probably a whole bunch that I don't know about. Another method that I sometimes use, like I'm just going through my groups on LinkedIn here, for example. So, but actually, let me go back to this for a minute. So let me go to let's say I wanted to scrape like Amazon, for example. And we want to scrape like an author bio. So not Google Calendar. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to go to my author page. So let's find Okay, so what I want to do here is let's say I wanted to scrape like emails from authors. So what I might do is let's say that their email address is somewhere on this, like in the bio here or something like that. So what I might do is maybe take this, are you an author here? And then let's go back to Google and okay, so we're going to take this URL here, amazon.com, and I'm just taking something from the author pages so that I'm getting only the author bios, only the author pages. So you can see like here we have Richard Switzer, Lambda Publishing, let's open up a couple of these. And then as you can see, we have the email addresses here as well. And boom, we have all of these authors. So I might, narrow that down. Obviously, these are all just authors of basically any kind of, books. It's not really any genre. So if I wanted to, like target like business authors or something like that, I might add another keyword that would be on the page. People in business, like authors that do this, or maybe like speaker, for example. So as you can see, like there's opportunities to be creative when you're doing this kind of stuff. So these are all like speakers, for instance, that are that have books on Amazon that they've self-published. And as you can see, there's 1,000+ results. And if I were to go to Bing, it would probably be easier to get these email addresses. But as you can see, like if I remove the email address, then there's going to be way more results. But if I just wanted to do, start doing outreach campaigns for free and getting the emails, this is a really easy way to do it. Again, I wouldn't use Google. I'd probably use Bing for that. But as you can see, so here we have she's a speaker, and then somewhere down here she's added her Gmail address right here. So it's perfect, So I would be able to create a perfectly tailored message to whatever niche I'm pinpointing, and this is one of the ways to do that. there's all kinds of ways. I mean, you can use like let's take Facebook for example, or we can do this with YouTube for example. Like we just find something on the YouTube page, like the channel page, like a phrase like "Are you an author?" for example, and then we can do like a keyword, and then also look for the email addresses. This video is already getting a bit longer than I had anticipated, but let's go to Facebook. And what we're going to do with Facebook is we want to find like business pages. So let me try and find one of the pages that I'm in, or a page that I like or that I manage. Okay, so this is my page here, Open World Magazine. And so what I want to do is I want to find something on the page. So there was a phrase that I used to. Oh wait, so this is actually my page. Let's try to find a page that I like. Okay, down here, like pages. Okay, so let's take this one, eofire.com. That's a friend of mine. So what I want to do is I want to find something that's on this page that, and as you can see, they have email addresses here. Maybe like something like add your business to Facebook or something like that, or page transparency. But let's try this one first, or create page, something like that we see on every fan page, and we can see that he has his email address here as well. But let's just go back to facebook.com and add your business to Facebook. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try something else. So something on this page transparency. Let's try that one. Oh, okay, that's why it didn't work. I was missing the quotes. Page transparency. Okay, that was a little more successful. So as you can see, just searching for, these are all Facebook pages, and there's close to 10 million results. So what we might do is we might narrow that down. Let's just say like, podcast, for example, because this entrepreneuronfire.com is a podcast page. So let's just do podcast. Okay, perfect. So now you can see we have 54,000 results, and these are all podcast Facebook pages, and they all have Gmail addresses listed somewhere in the about of the right here. So you see Sixer podcast, and so on. So that's, I don't want this, this video, I could go on talking forever. Like we could talk about every single niche, but basically I just wanted to show you some examples. If you need help, just try doing stuff on your own. And, if you need help, you can go back to this video and, just see how I'm doing it. But I think with some experience, you'll get the hang of it. Some other ways, that we can try and target people. Let's say, like, I want to show you some examples from like both on Facebook and also LinkedIn as well. But basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting user profiles. So let's say somebody big like Tony Robbins, right? Like a huge page, or okay. So you can see that there's a lot of people that liked and commented on this particular post. What I want to do is, if I were to scrape people from this post, I would open this in a new tab by clicking this. And then I would get like a unique URL to this post. And so what I can do, I can import this into a tool like I'll show you, like Mass Planner or Jarvee, and to get people that engage with this post. What I can also do is, let's go here, and I can use this other tool called Link Gopher. And basically I want to scroll down and get a lot of users here. So this is the tool Link Gopher. And what Link Gopher can do is it can get me all the profiles of people that are listed on this page just by clicking extract all links. And so as you can see, it's a little bit messy here. Yeah, so it's a little bit messy, but right here we can see that these are profiles. But it's a little bit too messy to use, I think, at the moment. So let me do another example. Let's go to LinkedIn, and this should be a little bit cleaner. So So what I want to do is I will go to the members section of LinkedIn in this group. So that's right here. I'll click See All. And this will be a lot easier because I'm just going to scroll down so I get lots of results, open up that. And all of the LinkedIn profiles have a filter in them. So what I will do is I will go here and then say extract links by filter. And then I can do linkedin.com/in just to get personal profiles. So there, as you can see, like I have a really nice clean list of LinkedIn profiles from this LinkedIn group, Global Investment Network. And if I just scroll down, I just keep clicking page down, and I can get more of these. So I can easily get personal profiles of people this way from any kind of group. It works for other platforms as well, like Meetup, for example. I can easily find all of these users and get their profile links, and I can import those links into some tool that there's a lot of connecting tools. I'll teach you a couple of them later. But as you can see, I can easily get links, and you can do this, like get these links for anything. I mean, you can use it for Upwork. You could use it for, what I want to show you is meetup.com as another example. So, I have to log in actually. That's interesting. Let's just log in with Facebook. So what I want to do with Meetup, for example, it's maybe not as easy to automate as some other channels like outreach. I want to teach you guys how to do outreach on like social media platforms and Reddit and so forth. But let's just say I want to look for a group like a digital marketing group. And let's just say like in Hong Kong or something. Or Singapore, I don't know, Hong Kong's fine. So let's search the groups, and then Meetup is another example where we can easily find lists of members. So I'll just click on some of these. Digital strategy, this one's perfect. It's got 3,900 members, and I've not actually found a good way to automate things like outreach on Meetup, for example, but we can just use some of the methods that we learned in this video, like collecting these profiles. It would be very easy to do, and Meetup actually lets you message people directly. So that would be one option. But I just want to show you what, how these tools work. So okay, so as we can see in this URL down here, we want to take that filter members or maybe profile, and once we have enough results in this list here, let's go here and extract links by filter, and I'm just going to do members so we don't get other links. And then here you go. So we have a whole bunch of members here. So if you guys know any good tool, if anybody out there knows a good tool for automating Meetup and like sending messages to these profiles using this feature right here, I would love to learn. But I just want to show you just how these extensions work. There's you're really limited only by your creativity. I mean, we can go back to Google, for example, or to Bing, and just search digital marketing, for example. You never really know what you're going to find, so you can try different stuff and you can just test stuff. And so we get a lot of events here. I mean, I could do like, search member profiles if I add the little, members in there, that members filter. Maybe we can get, I don't know, email addresses, maybe not as successfully with Meetup. But, you can just really be creative with it. I just wanted to show you guys, like just some simple ways to use Data Miner, for example, and this other tool, Link Gopher, and just some of the possibilities that we can do with those. I'm going to show you guys a whole bunch of more advanced techniques in the next future videos, the next upcoming videos. But just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that's possible. So as you can see, like I've created all kinds of lists here. SaaS, car dealerships, all kinds of stuff. And just using these methods, we can get these really nice looking lists. and we can do any kind of outreach or marketing that we want. All right, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I will catch you in the next one.